Welcome back to Once Upon a Sister.
I'm Faith.
I'm Rosalie.
And we're your hosts.
And this week, as you can tell, is Rites of the Starling Book Club week. So, as we always say.
I feel like I haven't looked. Sorry, I want to look
I said Rites of Starling.
Yeah, it's
I didn't say Rites of the Starling.
I haven't really looked at the cover because I don't have it.
It has like a dagger. It has two.
It's like shiny. It's like metallic.
I know. That's the thing with this book. We have been saying Rites of the... Rites of Starling.
I have been saying Rites of the Starling, but every time I say it, I'm like, catch myself. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Because the first one's... Sorry, these cords.
The cords are tangled.
Always tangled. The first one is Shield of Sparrows. This one's Rites of the... It's like I forget. Like I want it to be because the first one doesn't have it. But
anyways, what?
No, I don't know.
I don't know why I always have to transition with anyways. Like, can I just not say what I'm thinking without
saying
having to say anyways? Because I feel like it makes it sound like I'm rushing through.
Yeah, I know. Me
whatever
too.
I'm trying to say. So sorry about that. But what were you saying?
I was just saying it has to do with the book, like, because they call it like the Rites.
Oh yeah.
But what is the rites?
Is that just shortened for Rites? Because it's the Starlings get the Rites.
Yeah.
So it's the Rites of the Starling.
It's like another way
It's
to...
just like a shortened version of it, I guess.
I
didn't even think about that. Anyways, I'm saying. So, as we always say, read the book before you watch this. Cause it's gonna be
this is going to be
time.
spoiler central.
And I'm so excited to talk about it.
Yeah, this one, I feel like, man, I wish we could have just like hopped into recording this as soon as we finished the book. Because, when you finish a book you love, you're like on fire for it. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't even talk about it.
We need to do what you said about like just recording our thoughts.
Ugh, I always forget
to do it.
Yeah.
And like it didn't work for me this time because I finished it while I was at work. So like I can't
sit there and
record my thoughts.
Yeah.
While I'm working.
Okay. But before we get into the topic of the week or whatever, what have you been reading?
A lot.
Really?
Because last time I was talking about reading Carl's Doomsday Device, right? Yeah. So I finished that. Really good, by the way. Still enjoying the series. And also that series is kind of crazy because it's like every single sentence we're learning something new. So it's like the world is constantly...
Oh, really? Because
it's like the premise is it's like a survival show but a video game.
Yeah.
And it's made by these aliens and they pull from pop culture on Earth and like things that they learn about Earth, and it's like they make these insane things happening all the time. So it's like every time something happens you learn more about it.
Okay.
But it's like, I don't know, it's just crazy. But it's not exhausting for some reason. Anyways, I enjoyed that. And then I started, what is it called? Starside. I just think maybe not right now.
Why?
I was just listening to it and like it is very interesting, the premise, and like when we read the premise too, I was very interested, but for some reason I was just like, I'm bored. I can't focus. Like I need to do something else. And I don't think it helped because like work has been slow because everyone was like taking time off and like there's not really anything to do. So it's like that combined with a book that I'm like not loving. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it was a great combo. So I was like, I need to put this down because I just could not. I was like, I don't want to tank my experience with it if it's not holding my attention. Because I feel like I will love it. So I picked up When the Day Comes, which we had talked about before.
That's the one.
This is the one that like my mom recommended and then Ashley recommended to us too. And so good. And I think you need to read it too because I think you'll like it. It's so good. So the premise of this one is you're following this girl, Libby. And she has, I know, first of all, I love that name. And when they use it in books, I'm like, oh, Libby. So she has this birthmark, which her having this birthmark means she lives in two different timelines. And it's like passed down to her from her mother. Okay. So she lives in 1914 and 1774. And so she's like, every single day, so she wakes up Monday in 1914, and then the next day, like she goes to sleep, she wakes up Monday 1774. So first of all, by the time she's 20, she's lived 40 years of her life. Because she has to live every day Geez, every day twice. But that's like, I don't know, it's so interesting.
That is
and
interesting.
Then, so like, the thing is, by the time they turn 21, they have to choose which timeline they want to stay in. So that's kind of like the whole thing is like, we pick up the book where she's 20. And
how
like
confusing for a child.
No, yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, like, her mother knows she has it because she gives birth and sees that she has a star, like the birth. But
so wait, so like her mother is the mother in 1914 or 17?
So she has two mothers.
Oh my!
She has two families.
Okay, so I don't want to know anymore.
Which I didn't even think about. So she woke up in the next timeline, like a few chapters in, and I was like,
"Don't tell me anything else."
Two completely different families.
This is so interesting.
And it's so good. And I'm already on the second book. I finished the first one. I'm already on the second. And it's like, I can't even say what's going on in the second one. Dude,
so interesting.
But it gets even more, like, intense.
When
like,
you, like, are telling me about that just, like, is one of those moments where it makes me stop and think, like, how do authors come up with these crazy ideas? I don't know. Like, how do they come up with a whole story like this?
I don't know.
Like, that's so creative. Yeah.
But I think you would really like it, and like y'all need to read it too. I'm surprised
this has not been picked up as like a TV show.
Know.
Like this is interesting.
It's really interesting. Like I feel like if you like The Unmaking of June Farrow, it's definitely a different type of thing. But also, what's really fun about it, and I didn't know, I'm not spoiling anything, but it's like it takes place throughout history. Yeah. So like there's things happening. Like in 1914, there's a war about to start. Yeah. And so like.
It's like a historical fiction.
But then because she lives in two different timelines, when she's in 1774, she knows things that are already going to happen.
Whoa.
But because of that,
I don't want to know anything, but my thought is like in the later timeline, like, or just like for each of her families, like, is she just gone one day to the next? Or for them, she's there every day?
She's living both Mondays in this timeline.
Oh my god.
So like she's living 2 Mondays.
So for her, it's like, oh, I saw you 2 days ago. But for them, it's like it's just the next day.
It's so good. Like I'm having so much fun, and it just keeps you hooked.
That's interesting.
And I don't know.
Are you physically reading this or audiobook?
I'm doing both.
Okay.
The audiobook is a long wait for the first one, so if you want to start it, I would pick it. Like put a hold now.
Hold on right now.
I think you'll really like it, and there's like 8 books, and it's just I don't know.
Has Mom read them all?
Yeah. Okay. And then Ashley, I think she has too. And like I texted her about, I never responded, but she responded to my review. And she's like, I'm so glad you're loving it. And it's just so good so far. And I'm on the second one and I need to talk about it. I mean, I talked about it with my mom, but it just like gets even crazier. And I don't know. So good. So good. And also what's cool about it is like the author is Christian. So like,
oh, nice.
She makes the characters Christian. So the whole book, like she's debating which existence is she going to choose, and her mom's like, I know this is rough, but like God gave you this for a reason and he has a plan. So it's like it's kind of nice to just like
that is nice.
Throughout, like obviously this is like not a real scenario, but it's like throughout it they're still putting their faith in God and like trusting that he has a plan and it's going to work out no matter how hard it's going to be. I don't know, I'm really liking it. So I'm on the second one. I need everyone to read it because it's really fun. And then I'm also reading One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune.
Because, this is part of your little
video. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I posted that I wrapped all of my physical books that I haven't read, which is not that many. It's only 14. But I was
like just physically wrapped. She means no, physically, like a gift.
I used wrapping paper because I was like, it's not that I'm not getting through the books I want to read, but I'm like, it's just fun. Like I get to just draw.
And it just makes a little twist to it.
Yeah. So I drew the number for the first one and I got One Golden Summer and I'm really liking it so far.
You should like make a video when you finish about like your review of the book.
Yeah, I was
and
then
do like your
I was gonna do that. But I'm like 60% through. So I'm enjoying it so far. It's like,
I remember you bought that last year on your birthday, right?
Yeah. The premise of this one, I mean, it's a romance book and this girl, her grandma like has to have surgery and nobody in the family can really take care of her. So she's like, all right, I'll take her to the lake where we used to go growing up and I'll just stay there with her and help her recover for the summer. But then while she's there, the guy who's like taking care of the house they're staying in is obviously around a lot. And then he also lives like kind of next door, but it's like, it's obviously, I don't know. So they're starting to get to know each other and I don't know. It's just a very like heartwarming, simple, fun. Also, it's just fun because it's like they're on the lake, they're doing lake activities, they're like running around this little town.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Like, I don't know, their relationship, it's very much friends. Like, they're forming a friendship, and then the romance is going to come. But I'm really enjoying it so far. So I predict that that's probably going to be at least 4 stars. But, yeah, that was a lot. Yeah. I feel like I read so much. Even though I didn't finish that one book, like, I'm in the middle. Like, I don't know. I've just been reading so many different things. But what have you been reading?
So I finished last week. I had told y'all I started Rites of the Starling. So I finished that, obviously, which was so good. Obviously, that's the episode we're going to talk about it. So I read that, and then, which was like, I'm still, like I've talked about, like I'm still struggling to like physically read. Yeah, it's like hard for me. Like, I don't know. I'm just not used to.
I feel like after a long period of time of not, it's hard to get back into it.
Yeah. So I was reading it, listening to it, and then I would like go to read it, and then I would get tired of like sitting there, so then I would go back to listening. And then one of the night, there was like a night that I was like popping off on the text messages to you and Jordan about like my theories.
Oh, for Rites of
Starling. And then that was like my hold was like running out for listening. I had like 30 minutes after something. So
you listened all you could.
So I was listening to it, but I was like, and then I was like immersive reading. I was doing the listening and reading.
Was that fun?
Yeah, it was kind of fun actually. I've never done that before.
Did it not trip you up with like the pacing?
Mm-mm. Sometimes they were like a little slower than me, and I would bump it up, or like I would have to slow it down. But like it actually just like, I don't know. I felt like I was going faster than I normally do when reading. But anyway, and then I like ran out, and I had like 15% of the book left, and then I just physically read the rest of it, which that ended up being like nice. Like, I don't know, once I do start doing it, I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, like you forget.
But I feel like when it's not an interesting enough book for me and I'm trying to physically read it, that's where I start like getting bored. Yeah, which is the classic for everybody. That's why people don't read. But
I think that's another reason I wanted to do the rap TBRs, because like I do still physically read, but I don't know, sometimes it's you get sucked into the audiobook, and it's like you get reliant on those. Yeah. And I was like, for these books that I'm rapping, I want to just make sure I physically read them and I don't audiobook them. Yeah. Which is kind of also the reason I did it, because the audiobooks for those are all on hold, so I can't like just grab it right away. Then
I finished that, and then I did 6 Scorched Roses, which is in the Crowns of Nyaxia. Which is Nyaxia, whatever. The girl in this book said it as Nyaxia. But anyway, look at the description. It's like in Arabic or something. Like, what even is that? Like, or like Greek? I don't even know what that is.
I didn't notice that.
It got messed up or something. But that's the Serpent of the Wings and Night, or however you say that. Yeah. That's that one. But it's like 1.5. So it technically doesn't, it's not even related to the first 2. Like, you don't.
I read it and I can't remember what it's about.
It's so random. I felt like the vibes were much more different. Sorry, my oldest son, he used to say when things were different, he would say, "Oh, that's much more different." So I always say it. It was very.
Wait, was this the one that followed like the random guy and girl that?
And she was like trying to cure them from like some sickness. Honestly, I was confused.
When she was like collecting like the roses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the blood. And,
I remember.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming from the way she was written and like the reviews that she's supposed to be like autistic, and people were liking that. She was like, because she often like brought up how like, oh, I don't like know how to communicate the same way. I don't want to be touched. I don't like loud noises. She like gets like overstimulated in like those ways. I guess I didn't even realize. And like is a thing between her and her sister where like her sister's trying to show affection and she like doesn't know how to receive it. So that's what, anyway, but honestly, if they were in the second book, I can't even remember them, but it was just a nice little.
No, they were like mentioned. Okay. Like they were very, very side characters. Okay. And then she just kind of wrote a book about them.
Okay. Because whatever, it was not long. It was like it's like a novella, but it was just a fun little random, oh, here we are in the vampire world again. Like, I don't know, like it wasn't.
Yeah, it was a whole different world, but it was fun.
Yeah, but it can be literally just like a standalone. Like, it's not much going on as far as like you're not like you don't have to read it with the other ones.
No, it doesn't impact.
So I did that, and then I did the Housemaid Secret, the second one, and the Housemaid, I guess, which that was so odd. That was my first, like, that's the only
thriller series. Well,
that's the only ones that she does like multiple of, and the only reason she did is because the Housemaid blew up in that way or whatever. But because like I've never read another one of her books where it's continuing a character. So that was kind of weird. Also, now reading it after having seen the Housemaid movie, I was like,
oh, was it hard?
I thought I was going to picture Sydney Sweeney, and I was like, I don't want to picture her. But there was a couple times where she would like pop into my head because it would remind me of something from the first book.
Yeah.
And then I would like picture the movie. But then like as the book was going on, no, I was just kind of picturing what I pictured when I read the first book, which was nice.
Like a blob.
Yeah, just a blob. It was just generally how I do. I don't know. I just did not picture her the way that they went with the actress. But anyway, I rated it 3.5 stars. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like my favorite of hers, but it
was fun to see like a continuation.
Yeah, it had my attention the whole time. Like I was very intrigued, and I felt like, I don't know, I was reading the reviews, and like someone that I follow was like, oh, I was not expecting the twist, and I was like, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't as twisty as I was expecting.
I wasn't expecting it, but it wasn't like super, it wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't like, a lot of hers have like more of a bam, and this one was not like as much. But anyway, I did that one, which I enjoyed it. Like it was a good time. And then I did The Housemaid's Wedding, which is the 2.5 like novella, which was like so short. Like
it's so short.
Let me see. It's 76 pages. So it was like super short. How can I see like what I've already read? Can you, because you know how it tells you like how long you spent?
Oh, well. Borrowed.
Oh, fancy.
I don't know if it tells
I don't even know.
there.
Like,
I don't know.
It doesn't tell you how long you spent. It says it's like 2 hours.
But when you listen to it fast?
Yeah. Boom! I was listening to this morning while I was cleaning. My in-laws were going to come over for lunch. So it was like cleaning and mopping and stuff. And I was telling Rose the other day on the phone, something about Frida McFadden's books, I don't know what it is about her narrator. She normally has like 2 different women she goes between. They must be talking so slow, because most books I listen to at 2 times speed or like 2.15 or whatever, 2.15. And hers, I always generally listen to like 2.5. Well, then the other day I was like, I wonder like what max sounds like. So I went, the max you can do on Libby is 3 times. And it sounded exactly the same to me as 2.5. So I was like, I just listened to it on 3 times speed. And I finished that audiobook in like 30 minutes, like 20 minutes, something like that.
Gosh.
Like it was so fast. I was like, oh, wow. Like, boom.
I can't. I had to slow mine down. I listen to things at 1.5 now.
What?
I think now because I'm working and doing more with like my brain.
Yeah, that.
I have to slow it down for when I'm listening at work. But also just because it's hard when I'm hard of hearing. Like, a lot of times they'll say stuff and I just miss it. And, like, I realized that was happening. So, it's like, I'm just going to start slowing it down. I don't need to listen to this, like, the fastest thing ever. Yeah. But good for you, I guess.
I don't know what it is. Her books, like, and then I slowed it down to 1 time speed because I wanted to hear what it sounded like. Insane. It's like,
no, I've done that every
talking
couple
like this. Like it's so, like it sounded like molasses. I was like, this is insane. Yeah. Like I would get annoyed sitting in that booth having to talk that slow.
Dude, speaking of like speeding things up, I wonder, what do y'all listen to do y'all just listen to the episodes regular, or do you speed them up? Because I asked Jordan, I was like, do you listen to it like sped up? She's like, no, y'all talk at this perfect speed. I was like, oh because like you listen to it sped up,
but it's because I know what we've already said.
And I always, like, when I post the episode, I always listen to it on 2 times speed, not because I'm trying to listen to it, but just because like
get that view.
I'm trying to get us that view, and also just, I don't know, make sure everything sounds good. But I already know what we've been saying, so it's like I don't need it to be
I listen to it on 2 times speed, but then if there's like a part that I like think is especially funny, or like I want to rewatch that part, I'll slow down and I'll like
savor it.
Yeah, savor that little funny part about it. Like I'm like, it is kind of fun that we like document some of our conversations, because to us this is just a conversation. Yeah,
like no, us just sitting.
I know we're recording it and everything, but like this is not any.
It's just a yap session.
Very different than our normal conversations. Literally. So like, it is kind of funny to like watch it back, like last week's episode with the game. Like to see us in game mode, I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. Like this is how we operate. And then like Emily commented about our facial expressions, and I was watching them after she said.
What did she say?
Like she was saying the part because the reel that I had posted where I'm talking about like Pharaoh basically, and she was saying that this part in the episode was like cracking me up because y'all's facial expressions. So I watched it back, and I'm like, we are kind of funny with our facial expressions. We are kind of crazy. Like it's kind of funny.
No, like you answered my question. I was like,
ooh, and then I was like. I was just making all these crazy faces. I'm like, is this how we normally are in a conversation? Because it's just kind of funny to like perceive yourself that way. Like to Maybe. Like we are like seeing ourselves. We are. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that it's just kind of fun to watch us back. Like
yeah.
Anyway,
it is.
That's like what I've been reading. But I don't have anything else. I don't know what I'm gonna pick next because I finished that this morning and then I've been busy
pick something
since.
for tonight because I want to read my books. I was thinking because like every week we have our sleep. Well, not every week, but when we have our sleepover, it's a debate of like, do we want to watch a movie or do we want to read our books? We've gotten into such a groove of watching something.
Yeah, well, because when I was in my slump.
Yeah, she didn't want to, like, it wasn't an option. But we've been picking movies lately, and, like, tonight I was like, I really want to read my books. So I'm going to have to let you know, and you're going to have to find something.
No, I know. I started looking, because I finished it, and then my in-laws have been here. Like, literally, they left, and you got here 30 minutes later. Like, I haven't done anything other than visit with people today. So, I don't know what I'm going to pick up, but...
Dude, it kills me how long we can talk about what we're reading.
We used to get it done in the first 5 minutes.
Literally 5 minutes.
Why?
I don't.
Like we didn't embellish at all. We didn't even like make it a conversation. It's like I'm reading this. She's reading that. Next.
We had an agenda to get through, and we said we're sticking to it.
But I feel like this is good. This is like how
this is a conversation.
It evolves. It changes. Yeah. But
book club time.
Yeah.
So, Rites of the Starling.
What did you rate it? Obviously 5 stars.
5 stars. Okay, I want to like... Do you think you liked this one more than the first one? Or
yeah.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
Which is like... I think
really
that could be rare for a fantasy.
Yeah, except for academic.
Unless it's like my favorite series.
Yeah.
Usually that only happens with my favorite series, which is why I think I was saying that this is like... Because I knew I had that feeling... That was indicating to me, like, this is one of my top fantasy series now.
Yeah.
It was so incredibly good.
It was so good. And I was watching it back. When I was watching our episode this past week or whatever, I had already finished the book at that point. But when we filmed the episode, I was like, oh, I haven't finished it. So listening to everything you said, I was like, now I got it. Now I got what you were saying. But, yeah, it was really good. And... It was very fun, like, to be in the Fable.
It was such a good book club month, too.
Yeah.
We were hopping off in the Fable.
No, Rosalie, Jordan, and I just have the time of our lives with our little reaction memes.
Literally, it makes it so much funnier.
Because it, like, puts into, like, your words into a picture.
Yeah,
like, it's like a little bit more.
Convey your emotion instead of... through words, like with a picture.
And they're just funny. I don't know. I just love opening a TikTok comment section and seeing hilarious photos. And so, like, now that we're doing it. Also, so Jordan finished... Sorry, guys. Jordan's our third host.
Our unofficial third host is Jordan.
She finished it first, which I feel like is rare for the three of us. Like, normally we finish before she does.
Yeah, but she had just read Shield of Sparrows.
Yeah, so she was, like, on fire to go.
So she was, like, ready to go.
Yeah. And so she started it immediately the day like it came out. And so she's texting us, like, I could tell she was like dying. But then our mom finished it too. Yeah. I think before Jordan. But like, so Jordan's texting our mom. Yeah, Becky. Like,
But then my mom was like, I need someone to finish it so I can talk about it. And I was like, I think Jordan's still reading it. So you got to wait for her. But I guess they were texting about it. It was
so funny. And then so let's get to the main meat of it. Did you guess who Caspia was?
Towards the end,
from the very beginning, my first thought was
that's what, like, sorry.
My first thought was this is either her mom or her sister, but I was leaning towards mom.
So the second, first of all, literally what you said in chapter 2, where it was like new POV, this is such Manon coded, so real. Like that was the first thought I had too.
Like a new random person.
That's from Throne of Glass. There's a character that gets introduced
out of nowhere
in the series,
in like book 4,
and it's very similar to this, where it's like we're getting her point of view, and it's not connected to the main story. It's not
connected. All of a sudden, you're deep in her
life.
Like in her life, and like she, like the same way it's like the Starling have like their way they do things, like that's the same way with Manon. It's like, what are we in right now?
Yeah, you don't understand.
But that's like book 4. You're just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And I remember like everybody, it's like a whole thing where people are like, can we skip Manon's chapters? No, you can't. It all connects.
You gotta read it.
Yeah.
No. So we get her point of view. Yeah. And my first thought too was like, oh, this has to be like her mom, or this has to be her sister.
Yeah.
But I somewhere throughout the book, because it's like, that was my first thought, but then we start like following her, and it's like, what is happening with her? This random girl that we're following. And I think I just kind of lost that thought, because it was like, there's so much going on. I don't know. But then towards a certain part, I was like, I picked it back up, and I was like, no, she has to be. And then as I was going, there was things that I was reading that were like, to me, indicative of that.
Yeah. So I immediately was like, okay, I think this is her mom.
Yeah.
And because it was like, they have the red hair, they have well, I guess the red hair was the first clue.
No, so that was like me too. Like, it was like, oh, immediately they both have red hair, and then they both had like the eyes.
Yeah, I forgot about the eye thing until way later.
I kind of did,
but
too.
That was like that was like another check for me. I was like, okay, for sure. But the immediately it was like the red hair, and then her having like talking about like her visions, and she was like, oh, my sister, I have a vision of her dying by a silver-eyed man or whatever. I'm like, okay, this is the crux that died at the end of the last book. Yeah. Immediately I was like that. So that's where I was like thinking this could be her sister and like her mom, because her mom left when she was little, right? Caspia's mom left. So she's like, I was thinking her mom went over there and like had Odessa later or whatever. But then I was like, no, I just feel like this is going to be her mom. And then, so like once we get down to Caspia's like story a little bit more, and she starts feeling like that tingly feeling or whatever. Okay, first she meets Andreas and discovers that he's of royalty, and they're going back to Quintus, which is where Odessa's from, and her dad is the king of Quintus. Yeah. I was like, he's the son of the king? Oh, this is her dad. I was like, okay, he found out that Andreas was of royalty and he was like the king's son, but Odessa doesn't have an older brother, like a brother her age. Her brother's little. So this is not like the same timeline I was figuring. And then I was like, oh, we don't know Odessa's dad's name. This is for sure Andreas. Yeah. Like, and then even like in the audiobook, I felt like the guy who, like when she's talking to her dad and then Andreas, like I felt like similar? It's very similar. Like her dad just sounded like it was Andreas, but like a little bit older. And so it was like, I don't know, all those little dots. Yeah. And then it was the eyes being the same. And then there was something else. I don't know. The main thing that got me was like, we never hear her dad's name. We just know it's King Cross. Yeah.
For me, sorry to like jump straight to the main thing of the book, but we've been wanting to talk about this. So originally, like the hair was like, okay, obviously.
Oh, and then sorry, the other thing was like the way she reacts to the roster or the.
Oh, like she feels their magic.
She feels their magic. Yeah, that was the next clue for me. A big clue.
Immediately like the red hair, and like when we start in her POV, I'm like, okay, obviously the last book ended with Ransom killing
the crux.
I don't know why whatever. So I was like, okay, is this like her but she didn't die? And so I was trying to figure that out, but then I just kind of like forgot it because I think I was just like more focused on like what's going on with her, like what is the storyline here. And it reached a certain point. So like we met Andreas. I wasn't thinking anything about it. He starts talking that he's royalty and that he lives in Quintus. And I didn't think anything of it then. But when they traveled to Quintus, then it clicked to me. I was like, Quintus. Like, that's literally where Odessa is from. What do you mean? So I was like, what's going on? And then within the same, like, we're going back and forth between the 2 point of views. Odessa's in Quintus all of a sudden too. And I'm like, how are they both here? And then the thing that like really made me like start to lean towards this theory was Caspia is in the library and she's talking to Faxon. And Faxon is asking her if him and his husband can keep Cause, or what's that kid's name? Cos. He's asking her if they can keep Cos with them. And he says that his husband, he says something about his husband being like the battle or the weapons guard or something. I can't remember the exact title, but he was something. And then the immediate next chapter, Odessa is in the fighting ring with her sister and Evie, and Ransom's there, and she's talking about the weapons guard guy. And I was like, that's Faxon's husband. And that was like the one thing where I was like, these are the same people. How are they in the same place right now and they're not seeing each other? So that was a big thing to me. And then obviously like the Voster thing stood out too. But the other two things that stood out was, and this made me feel so smart because normally I don't do this, but like I started paying attention to Caspia's visions, which normally I wouldn't do that. Like to me, it was just like, oh, I'm listening to them. I don't know what's going on. Like it's just there. But then I was like, wait, obviously authors put these in there for some reason. So I was listening to them, like really reading them. And I can't like remember all the things that were happening, but it was like the parallels of what was going on.
Those were things too, like the visions that she was saying. I was like, hey, we've already seen this.
Yes. Yeah. And then another like random thing that made me like, I was like, oh, this is definitely her father, was Andreas draws Caspia and then Odessa draws Ransom. So I was like, that's just such a small little detail, but to me that was like, that has to be her father.
And then also one of the visions was Andreas with a little boy or whatever, and she was like, that's not my son.
Yeah.
Like, and no, I'm like, that's so like her little brother.
When they were talking about that one, I was like, she has a little brother that has dark hair. And like obviously blonde hair. Obviously she has red hair, so that's not her. But I don't think it took me until like I don't know, because in my head I was like, she has to be related to her somehow. But when it was like the scenes of her meeting Faxon and then the weapons guard, that was when it started to click that this was two different timelines. Yeah. And that like that feeling, I was like, oh yeah. Like,
so I really thought it was two different timelines, and it was like more and more little clues, more little things, and I was like, okay, I really think so. And then I was like conflicted because I like had convinced myself, I'm like, this is her mom. And so I started viewing it as two different timelines, and I was like, wait, but what if I'm wrong and I'm going to alter the way I'm remembering this book and like perceiving, like I'm going to change how I like take in the book. So I was like a little conflicted, but I was like, no, I really feel like it's going this way. So I just like allowed myself to just view it how I viewed it, and then I was right, and I was so excited. Also, I like want to
solving something is so fun.
Because I normally don't.
So
I was excited. And I texted because I was reading. It was like late, and I was like getting so. I was like, everything was coming to a head. I was like 65-70% of the way through the book.
At that end of the book, like things are going crazy.
And I was like, okay, I really think this is her mom. Potential could be her sister, but I think it's her mom. And so then I like texted Rosalie and my cousin Jordan because they both finished the book. Yeah. And I was like, hey, this is my theory. And I was like trying to give it a little bit of like padding, because like if I'm wrong, I don't want to come across like an idiot. So I was like, if I'm wrong, then okay, but like this is just my thought right now. Okay, I'm like,
but you just got.
But I was like, I think that it's Caspia is either Odessa's mother or sister. And then I was like, we don't know King Cross's first name.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, I know you said it too, but at some point I realized we don't know his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that felt very Throne of Glass too. Well, but anyway, like just like pieces of information. Like I'm just saying, like everything has mystery to it, obviously. Yeah. But we didn't know his name, and so I was like texting it, and I think you were already asleep.
I was sleeping.
Or yeah, because you weren't responding. But Jordan was like going off. She's like, me not being able to say anything, and I just wish I could like see her face when I sent that, because like now, like later that when I was right, I was like, I bet she was like, like she's getting it, because Jordan didn't guess.
No, so when I woke up in the morning, I see Faith's theory. Jordan was like, I can't say anything, and she texted me separately. She's like, I feel like an idiot right now. I didn't guess any of this. And I was like, it's okay. Normally I don't either.
It's also too like the more you read, the more you can
guess those type of like,
because there's only so much things you can do when it comes to writing. Like, the more you read, the more you figure out. Like, Jordan, don't feel bad. Like, no, there's things that we like.
You're also very new to fantasy.
The like, riddle in ACOTAR, I was like, like I don't know what she's
straight
saying.
Over man.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not even gonna try to solve it because I'm gonna get
literally you commented on one of the chapters. You're like, Caspia draws you're like, Odessa draws, Andreas draws their father and daughter, whatever. And I'm like, I commented like a picture, but it just reminded me of that trial that Feyre had to do, where she's like, I'm not going to give any names, but she's like,
the second
this
trial.
person and me plus me, 1 + 1 = 2.
So I'm gonna take
our
2.
love or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's how.
Same vibes.
But anyway, I was laughing so hard because I texted in the group chat, or I texted Rosalie and Jordan what I thought, my theory, and then Jordan's like, your brain is working overtime. And then I used this photo. I have to scroll back a second to find it. I used this one photo, so and I was laughing so hard because like that's how I felt. You know that photo of the guy with like the red? He's got like, I can't find it. This is gonna take me forever.
He's like has a board of like different papers, and he has the red strings all across, and then he's like holding a cigarette, and he's like looks crazy, and he's like pointing.
This one. Have you seen this meme? Like, this is what I sent. I'm like, this is me right now. And then like literally 3 chapters later, 10 minutes later, I get to in the fable, Rosalie commented the exact. She's like, this is my theory. Caspia is her mom or her sister. This is how I feel right now. She used the same picture. I was like, dude, why are we the same person?
I don't know. It's insane.
And I was telling my husband the next day, like, how we literally said the exact same thing unknowingly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are we the same person?
I don't know. It's insane.
It was so funny.
Like, genuinely, just the whole, even though we guessed it, and I think that made it more fun, just the fantasy in this, I loved it.
Yeah.
The way the world expanded. Also, Mom told me that she's seeing TikToks where people aren't reading Caspia's point of view. They're just skipping it.
What on earth?
I know. I'm like, y'all are so... Just get over yourself. Like, don't read the book at that point.
I don't understand. Yeah, that's what I saw. I had mentioned it in last week's episode, that redhead girl I saw on TikTok talking about how she was like, this could have been an email. Like, she didn't like it. She was like, Caspia's book should have been a novella. I'm like, no. Not everything needs to be a novella.
No.
It can be included. It was a process. It was meant to be also, like
it was so cool to follow it, and then it all
connect
comes together.
At the end. That's the whole point of reading, to have that like moment at the end.
Like, why are we, at this point, ask ChatGPT for a summary and don't read the book.
I'm like, I just don't understand. Everybody's a critic now.
I know.
Like, just enjoy the book the way it was meant to be read. Yeah. Like, skipping her chapters, that's the half the book.
Also, that's like that's like the main plot.
Yeah.
But there are some other things. I know, it's so annoying.
That's so annoying. I'm like,
I wanted to bring up like Caspia having her visions, and like obviously she doesn't understand them all because like it's stuff that's gonna happen in the future. But I was like, when she died, I was thinking about the fact that she thinks her husband died. And no, sorry, said that wrong. She thinks that after she died, her husband remarried, and he did, but for love, and had other children. Mm-hmm. And obviously we know at the end, because Odessa has a conversation with him, that he never, like, Caspia was his one and only.
Yeah.
And like he never actually does anything with Margot or has any feeling towards her other than like.
Also, the way she's sitting there, Margot's just staring at her husband. Like, girl, I would punch you.
When I was reading that chapter, I was like,
girl, around, dude.
She's like, I know it's because he's the king. I'm like, girl, I would slap her and tell her to leave the room because you're not looking at my husband like that.
Like, insane.
In front of me.
Yeah.
No, that chapter too, I was like sobbing.
No, I
like
know.
her giving,
I was not crying, but I know
I was sobbing during like her giving Odessa to her and like not like knowing that she's going to her death.
I wasn't crying, but I mean I felt emotional towards it, but I
was crying. I was crying. Well, you don't ever cry, but no,
I do sometimes. We know that I do now.
And then after that, when she does die, and then we get Andreas's point of view, and he like holds her for 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
And then also, I think it was like more emotional to me because like we know how he is in the first book.
Yeah.
And obviously he's annoying, and like the way he treats Odessa, like now we have more info behind it, but like it was starting to like click in my head of like he's just been in pain all this time.
I know.
Like missing his wife.
I wish that like I know it's all for a purpose, but I'm like, man, you telling me that in 24 years you couldn't have given your daughter a sliver of love? Like
that's what like it's such a conflicting thing because it's like my heart breaks for him, but like
she deserved way better.
She deserved way more,
and your wife would have hated you for
your
this.
wife would have been so upset.
Yeah, and
you couldn't ever get over it, and that's what like
the whole scene where he like sees her walk in and he like perks up. I'm like, I know you think you felt like you were seeing your widow, like your what's the word?
What?
What's the word I'm looking for? Late wife.
Late wife.
Like,
your widow.
Your widow. You are the widow. I know you felt like you were seeing your late wife, but like your poor daughter, desperate for your love.
It also just kind of like it gave me like a reality shock of like you read these books and you love the characters in your head. You're like everything's perfect, but like they could do the same thing to their kids when they have them. Like it's not all sunshine and roses over here.
I know,
but no, that's such a like hard. I don't
understand people's critique of it of like, oh, you need to be a novella. I'm like, no, not everything needs to be a novella. No. It can be part of the series.
Also, I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, because a lot of people skip the novellas. Yeah. That's a crucial part of like lining everything up. Also, it's just fun.
No, yeah, I really enjoyed all of Caspia's point of view. Like in the beginning, I wasn't annoyed, but it was like, oh, what's okay, well, I got to prepare now for like
new information,
a different point of view. But I was immediately hooked in, and also I just think because we know how fantasies are, and like I know this is going to be crucial to the plot. Because like Jordan had commented, and then she had texted me, and she's like, I don't like this. And I was like, Jordan, I just trust the process. Like you'll get there. It's happening for a reason. And I guess that's probably the first book she's read where, like, besides like ACOTAR, where a new point of view gets introduced. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Also, some other things I wanted to bring up. Going along with like Caspia and her visions, the fact that she wrote a whole journal, and like Odessa now gets to read that and like relive her mother. And then at the end they made it sound like there was a whole journal that of things that hadn't happened yet, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was like a journal of visions. But then like so at the end Odessa starts to feel the thrum. Yeah. So and then
I'm so terrified.
Was that her having a vision? I can't remember how it ended. Like where she's like
in the very last chapter, like she has a vision of I mean I can read it right now.
Ransom, right?
Of her well no
Ransom killing her? I can't remember what it was. Something happened with her and Ransom. Man, those pages sound crisp. You hear it? Those are some crisp pages.
I haven't cracked this in the last chapter, this is Odessa's vision. Oh, because she's like talking to Ransom and she has it and he's like, are you okay? She's like, it's nothing. And this is what she visions. A silver-eyed warrior falls to his knees as the ground trembles. Dark green blood drips from his fingertips. A deafening scream pierces the air. The beat of massive wings blows the hair from his face. He stares at the monster and sets down his blade, and before the warrior meets his end, he whispers, my queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Oh,
I know it's probably going to turn out all good.
I know. I'm like, what is she going to do to us?
Dude,
she's really good at fantasy.
She's so
It makes me want to read one of her other books. I have a mutual friend who like not in the book talk world, but she started reading. She's the one who I told you a long time ago was like, no. Oh. She's like, my husband got me a Kindle because I used to read in high school because they're high school sweethearts. Because I used to read in high school, but since we had kids, I stopped. And she was like, it's doing this. Is it broken? Because it was like slow. And I was like, oh no, that's just how a Kindle is. Her name's Brittany Ann. You don't know her. I'd never really talk about her, but she started reading again because of me having a Kindle. And so now she's fully, like last year she read 100 books. Like she started. I love it. And I'm like, oh, I love that I could like
get people
influence you. Yeah. But anyway, she's been like reading, and she read all of like Daphne Perry's like
romance
Off the Road. I don't know what it's called, but that's how the first time I saw Daphne Perry's name was because she was posting about those books, like Indigo something or whatever.
Indigo Ridge.
Yeah.
Jasper Hill.
And then, so that's how I learned of Daphne Perry's name, because she read all those.
Yeah.
And then Shield of Sparrows came out. I was like, hey, that's the same author. Yeah. And then I saw it was like, oh, her first fantasy or whatever. But this girl like loved those books.
Yeah,
so
I've always known about that because those are like really popular romance books, like all over TikTok. But I think honestly we should try them because they're romance, but like all the books have an element of mystery to them. Is what I heard.
Nice.
So like that might be
because that's for me. Like
for you need
I really
something
need
more.
A little something more.
So maybe that would be good for you.
I'm just curious how she writes romance.
I know it's gonna be very different.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like reminding me of Rebecca Yarros a little bit. I did want to say though, like
I had stuff that I wanted to say. You just reminded me.
Say it.
Like unrelated to the book.
Oh,
I'll jump it in at the end.
Well, we're talking about book club right now. And it's already 49 minutes.
No, I'm saying I'll just add it into the end of the episode.
We spent so long in this book without Ransom, and I hit a certain point, and I was like, I need him to come back.
Yeah, it was like half the book.
It was like half the book.
Yeah, I was like, is he even going to be in this book? Like,
yeah, that's what I was starting to think. Because, like, especially I got thrown off because in the very beginning we get his point of view. Speaking of, his voice in the audiobook was insane.
Yeah, it was that in the last book or whatever.
I couldn't remember. I don't think I listened to that part in the last book.
We're a bit going, whoa. Jordan's
comment in the Fable.
Jordan's comment in the Fable. She's like, Ransom's voice is interesting.
As soon as I like played it, I was like, you need to clear your throat and drink some water, dude.
I was telling my husband because, like, I feel like in the world of reading, it's all about like ultra masculine, so hot men, MMCs. Like, it's like, and so then they pick these men sometimes with the most insanely deep voice. Like, I want to hear this man speak on a regular.
I know. What
like, there's no way your voice is this deep.
No.
Also,
how exhausting must that be for him to be in the booth like?
It's so deep. It's insane. I've never met a man with a voice that deep.
Like, imagine a guy walks up to you, he's like, hey, please turn away because I don't want it.
Also, I know there are some men like that.
Yeah, sorry.
But, like, also, can you imagine, like, I just can't imagine, like, my little bitty boys, my baby boys, like, growing up. I'm like, where'd my son go? Like that's crazy deep. Oh my gosh.
So funny.
But yeah.
No, I was missing him. I was like, I need Ransom back. And then when he finally came back, like, my thing in the chapter, I was like, Ransom! I was so excited. Especially because it was like in the midst of like a crazy battle. It's like, of course he shows up right in the nick of time to save her. And then him immediately being jealous of
the
Jody.
moment when she goes outside and like those guards attack her and her sister. My heart was racing. I was like, oh my gosh,
what happened?
Like when she was like, she says like he groped my breast or whatever. I was like,
I was like, so
please don't. I was like, I can't.
I know. I've never really read about that type of thing.
I don't know if I have. I can't remember.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk about. I feel like we jumped into the
but her sister being
that I like forgot everything else.
Yeah. Okay. Now filler stuff.
Her sister. I appreciate where that's
her sister. Going. What does that remind me of?
Her sister was
No. It reminded me of the audio. I was like, who are you texting? My sister. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I did it so perfectly. Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. You're texting my sister. That's what I should use for that TikTok idea I have.
Yeah, I know. When you were telling me about that idea earlier, I was thinking of that audio, like my sister.
No, but obviously in the first book she's annoying.
Yeah,
like get over yourself and treat your sister nicely. Talking to you, Nesta. And then she like continues. I was so mad when Odessa gets home and they don't care.
Yeah,
nobody freaking cares. Okay, I'll get into that in a second. And then she starts like having interactions with her sister's name is May, right?
Yeah,
May. Okay, and
I'm all tangled up.
I know,
wrapped trying to get it out of it.
And I don't know. I just like that, like towards the end.
Okay, what is that? They're so wide legs. was so wide-legged, it's so long, it was stuck under my foot. I was trying to pull it out. I don't know.
Oh, I feel like this is about to be our longest episode yet.
I'm getting warm. Oh my gosh, sorry. Let me get cozy. I'm not kidding, guys. This couch is so uncomfortable. Somebody sponsor me a new couch.
Over and you were like, my stomach hurts.
Oh my god.
We haven't had like a real laugh in a
like
while.
that, yeah.
Okay. What was I saying?
I feel like I need a burp because I just sucked in so much air. Yeah, like somebody pat my back. Burp
okay.
me.
I'm liking where it's going though, because it's like obviously there's animosity there, but it seems like towards the end she was starting to, and then we get told, well, obviously we know that she's not Andreas's biological daughter, so that probably like was not
fun for Odessa.
Not fun for her. What? Wait, what?
I don't know where you're going with that.
I was saying that was probably not like mentally a great thing to know growing up for her.
Yeah, she said she didn't know her whole life. The way she talked about it, like she started putting it together.
Yeah, whatever
later.
point she realized that. But I like that, like towards the end, it seems like she's starting to let her walls down a little bit and like be more open to having a relationship with Odessa. Yeah. So I'm like, she needs to have a relationship with someone in her family. Mm-hmm. Like,
I know.
Also, I wasn't expecting when she was in that one room and Margot walks in and then that guy comes in after and he's like, sweetie. Yeah. And Margot was like, yeah. I was not expecting that for some reason.
I wasn't either.
I guess it obviously makes sense now, but I wasn't expecting that.
Also, like, I kind of was glad that they, like, kind of redeemed Margot in a way as far as, like, why she made her dye her hair and why she, like, downplayed her looks and everything.
And I felt like I got that, though. Like, when I was reading the first book, obviously it wasn't a great situation between them, but, like, you could see the little bits of care she actually had.
Like, you could see there was
like,
care, but like, why are you doing this? But, like, now we know it was because the Voster know what the Starling looked like.
Yeah, it was nice to like see that followed through, which obviously.
Also, I was thinking about it, and like, because Caspia says several times, like, oh, the Caspia says several times the Starling only have daughters. So I'm like, if Odessa and Ransom ever do have children,
it's gonna be daughters.
They're all gonna be girls. Which is just kind of an interesting thought.
Yeah.
It was a really good book.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was refreshing and fun, and like, I don't know, I like the way she writes. It's very,
I love it
like,
too.
It's not confusing.
No, it's never confusing.
Yeah, it's like, because like I've said this before, like Sarah J Maas, I love her books, but like ACOTAR aside, the way she writes can be really confusing. The way she like words things.
Yeah.
And so
it seems like she has a very like poetic writing with some things.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
I don't know.
Maybe if we read them now it'd be different. But it was also like our
our first
beginning of our fantasy journey. Yeah. But anyway,
that's the, like, she writes in a way that like I understood the whole time, and also I feel like I get nervous when I read fantasy books about where like the second book comes out and it's going to be a different setting, but like I had no qualms about it. Like, it was great. Like, I enjoyed it just as much, even though like we weren't in trio or like obviously her and Ransom weren't together for half of the book, but like even though I was missing him, it was still 100% enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh, also like,
which I think is a testament to her writing too, because like
some
people don't write that well.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was interesting that like one of the big reveals of the first book got like almost like, let me word this differently. A big reveal in the first book was that Lysa started with Ransom. Like, it's his fault because of his whatever. But now we know Lysa started with Xandra.
Yeah, dude. When that happened, that was one thing where after the chapter was over, I was like,
what is happening?
Did she just die, or did I read that wrong?
I didn't read that she died. She just turned and she couldn't. She like, basically what happened is like she turned and she like loses her humanity.
Okay,
that was something I said.
That's like, what I think. That's why I was confused, because like, did she die or what just happened? Like,
I think I commented something where I was like, "What is it about this new
Calandra?"
I said that, and I'm like, dude, how did I like
guess that.
That's like a thing. That's like the main thing. Is like I was like, what about Calandra is making them lose their humanity when they turn?
I'm so excited to see where it goes. Oh, she's just like she's setting it up so well for the future.
That's why
books.
like I see what you meant by like it feels like it's gonna be like Throne of Glass level, like long and like it really does feel like she's writing this in a way where this is going to be a long series, well thought out series. Yeah.
And I feel like it's very rare that you get that, especially like. I don't know.
Where it builds and builds and builds.
And I don't know. There's this thing I get sometimes where I'm reading and it's like, I'm enjoying the book and I want to read it, but it's like, I want to get it over with.
Yeah.
Which I think I can tend to have that sometimes with fantasies. But it's like this, I'm enjoying every single second and like, I don't want it to be over. And I would read a ton more books. Yeah. The way I keep looking at the book is if it's a person.
Hi. No, that's what that's why like, I commented in one of the chapters, like how much time is passing? I was getting confused, and I think that we don't know because at first it's like you don't have the reveal of it being her mom and it being two different timelines, and so I think that like for me, I was like it seemed like not as much time was passing for Odessa, but more time was passing for Caspia because it was like. Because you even commented like, oh my gosh, you just met this man. Why are you so down bad? Like, it was so fast. And I think it's like more time was passing for them and we just weren't getting all of it.
Yeah. I think that was another thing.
Because constantly she's like, 2 loons. I'm assuming a loon is a week.
Or she was saying like.
She was constantly.
I thought she was saying moon.
Moon and loon.
Oh.
So moon is a night.
But I think she had 2 ways of saying moon. She would say moon as in night, and she would say a whole moon as in like a month, like the moon cycle.
No, I think she was saying loon.
I don't know. It was kind of hard to hear sometimes.
Like I thought that was like a loon was either like a whole week or 2 weeks or like.
It's confusing trying to talk about it, but when she was saying it, I felt like I was understanding it.
Yeah, so I'm like, she kept bringing up nights and days passing, and Odessa was not.
Yeah, I think that's another thing where. Like she met Andreas and it was like the next chapter where they were like trying to say bye to each other and they were like it's like y'all just met, when did you get to know each other?
It's very interesting to think about that they didn't really speak the same language at first.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They had limited knowledge of each other's like a mutual language.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of interesting to think about that. Like they had to kind of.
It's reminding me of another book we've read. So when she met Andreas and it was like clearly they have attraction towards each other, and it was like we weren't getting any buildup of their actual relationship. It was just like they already liked each other and loved each other. In my head for a second, I was like, this is kind of annoying. Like I want to actually see the buildup and like.
Yeah, I get
because
that.
like. We're gonna follow these characters. Like I wanted to have that, but then it started clicking subconsciously. Though I think I don't think I fully
that I'm standing on.
I don't think I was fully thinking it through, but it was like helping with the theory of this is gonna be her mother or something, because it's like it's gonna be for a reason. But that part I did think I was like, okay, there's a reason it's going so fast
because it was,
and I don't need all the build up.
It was so different because the first book, like Ransom and Odessa, was like a slow burn.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, but I know they didn't get together until like the end of the book.
Yeah, I know.
But so like this one, it's like, oh, we're together in the like the next chapter you have. Like that's why I'm like, I don't know, all those little things. I was like, this is also the past.
I had commented on one chapter about like this part. I wasn't even thinking about a theory, but I was like, Odessa and Caspia both caring for random children that like aren't theirs. And then what you said, I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. And it's nice that like
I think I had commented that. Like I liked that the author is making the women like maternal and motherly, like because a lot of times it's like they're so in their battle career oriented, like war-minded, like warrior, like not. I'm like, it's nice that they're like caring about the children.
And that they can have both sides of it.
To the point where, like, they're willing to take the children in and potentially be their surrogate mother.
Yeah.
Because they know that they need someone.
Or like travel. Like, the fact that Caspia was like, no, I can't send him off. Yeah. Like, we need to take him with us.
Yeah, like, that, I really liked the way she's writing them, like, more maternal. Because I get frustrated when it's, like, book after book after book of, like... women I don't necessarily relate to because they're not maternal, and I'm like, that's my basis of who I am is like a mother.
I feel like there's this whole thing of like you can't be a strong woman if you're maternal. Like no, that's like the strongest thing you can do in my head.
Yeah,
but like you can be warrior strong alongside having these maternal instincts too.
Yeah.
So that's very nice. But also that's leading me to talking about Evie. So heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Every little scene she was in, I was just like, this poor girl, I need Xavier to be back.
Oh my gosh, with the shirt like getting ruined or whatever. I was so frustrated with her sister during that. I was like,
know.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm about to beat you up if you hurt this little girl one more time.
I know. Such a little like that first chapter where she's like sobbing. Not the first chapter, but it was like a few chapters in, and Evie has like a breakdown about it.
Also, that's reminding me of Ransom, like how he's like experiencing the lights like taking over his emotions and everything.
Dude, I forgot about that.
I'm like, ugh, what are they gonna do with that?
I know. It's so scary.
Yeah.
That's what I think somebody had commented about, like they don't like.
That was Jordan.
Oh, what did she say?
She's like, she doesn't like the trope of like, oh, I can't control myself like that.
Which I get. But I think it's different, for me at least, the way I think about it. It's different when it's like this. Because it's like, he genuinely has something in his blood that like is taking over. But he's not like, he knows that he can't control himself. Yeah. Like, not mentally, but like to the point where his body is taking over.
Yeah, not like it's just like a mental thing that he needs to get over. It's like literally physically altering him. Which, I get what she's saying for that, but I feel like this is a little bit different as far as the like.
But it's nice to see that like he is understanding that his body is like
also forcing him to
do this, and he wants to protect her, so he's trying to figure out.
Yeah, when that whole scene happened with her sister and they get attacked, or whatever, and Ransom comes to the rescue at the very end. And then he like disappears, and then it's like Odessa's like, oh, I waited up all night, he's not coming back. And then the next day, like that's when Xavier gets back, and like he's still gone. I'm like, what? Okay, come back. Your wife's wondering where you're at. Like, you can't just disappear because you feel bad about what happened. And then it was like, oh, he's imprisoned him. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. I was about to be mad at him. I was like, we're not gonna pull a whole. But like, that's so not. I have to leave because I'm like, no.
But that's not how he would be. Like he would totally go right to her and comfort her. Yeah. Like, that's just not, such a good book, y'all.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Tell us what you thought. Tell us all your thoughts about it.
I'm so excited for the next one.
Yeah.
It's going to be here.
Which is crazy because that means because we started this last year.
So next year in March, we'll be doing this for the book
it's
club.
Crazy. Like, we could just do it every release. That would be crazy to think that we like do a whole series like with the book club.
And if next year we do a retreat and we all get the book and we read it together.
That would be so crazy. I don't even know what that would look like.
Don't know either.
I don't even know like where like our dedicated viewers live. Like, we're in Texas, but like, where?
Drop in the comments your exact location.
Give us your address in the comments.
We'll come visit. No, I don't know. But
okay, real quick before we end though, this is what I wanted to say was the Rebecca Yarros announcing that there's like a fourth wing book coming out, but it's not the official like fourth book. It's like a novella or something. So I'm like, what is that going to be about? And then there was another thing. Oh, did you hear about Veronica Roth's?
Yeah, we talked about that last week, right? No. Or no, that was after the
podcast. That was after the podcast. She's like coming out. She's the author of Divergent, and she's writing a new book.
Where it's like an alternate universe?
It's like still Divergent, but it's like an alternate timeline or whatever, where basically Triss chooses a different faction.
That's so
instead
interesting.
of Dauntless. I'm like, and people are like mad about it. And I'm so like, annoying. People are like, she's essentially just writing a fanfic for her own. I'm like, she can do whatever she wants.
Also, I saw people saying, an author. Like, she's only doing this because Suzanne Collins is still writing books for the Hunger Games. I'm like, let a girl write a book if she wants to write a book. What is the point?
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand the comparison, because Suzanne Collins is like adding, and she's like changing completely different. Like, she's taking her original idea and like changing it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But I just thought that was very interesting. And I have never read Divergent because someone in a TikTok comment, it spoiled the ending. I never finished Divergent. I read the first two, and I never finished it.
Yeah.
And I did not know how it ended. And I'm not going to say it on here, but if you know, you know. And I have no interest in reading that. And
maybe the alternate universe will end differently.
Now I'm like, man, if she's coming out with a new book, I don't want to miss out on the hype. You know what I mean? I kind of want to, I have to.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if we read it. Probably will.
There's I feel like this year like the
Such a
fantasy
good
world,
year.
romantasy world is getting like fed.
Like it's already been so
Right
good.
to the Starling, we're getting a Sarah J. Maas book, we're getting a Rebecca Yarros, like a Fourth Wing and ACOTAR in 1 year.
Dude,
And Assistant to the Villain.
Assistant to the Villain. Ugh, all of our favorite series.
Yeah.
Like those were my. I don't know. It's so hard. I was thinking the other day about like how do I rank my top fantasy series?
I don't know.
Don't ask me to. I don't know how.
I couldn't.
Other than ACOTAR being my most favorite.
And that's really hard because like I love Fourth Wing. I love Assistant to the Villain.
Yeah.
Like
and now
those
I
are
love this.
These are my top books that I like will like there's books that I read and I like haven't thought about again ever since. And then there's books that I think about all the time.
Yeah. There's like levels to it. We should do like something where we talk about our ratings and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know that's kind of a different thing, but it kind of reminded me of.
But anyway, that's it.
Comment if there was anything we didn't bring up.
Yeah.
Comment it and we will reply and talk more about it because
it is hard to like remember everything when we sit down to talk about it, but yeah.
Well, we chatted.
I'm hungry. We haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah, and we don't know yet what next week's what.
We could do the book talk, maybe read it, unless we come up with something better.
Oh well, that's not.
Oh, you were saying next week episode. Sorry, my bad.
We don't know the next book club.
Yeah,
we don't know the next book.
Wow. We don't know what May's book club pick is going to be. But we'll figure it out.
We'll know by next week.
Yeah, we had a couple of you respond. I put it up on the question box on Instagram. A couple of you responded. Rosie had a couple ideas. I think we're going to put like a poll up again and then just pick.
I don't know if it'll already be out by the time this.
Yeah, we'll see.
We could put it out on the same day.
Yeah, because what day is this coming out? I think it's not coming out till like.
Well, this is like the last day of April, I think. Unless I'm wrong. What's today? The 25th?
Second to last day of April. This one's coming out.
Okay. Maybe we'll do it
Yeah. You may have or may have not seen us put it up already. We don't know what we're doing yet.
We'll see. We don't know the future. So we'll let you know next week what the book club will be. Yeah. But
this is such a good month.
Has been
two super good months in a row.
Oh, jeez.
They were so good. So I'm like, man, I feel like next month has to be on par or it's going to just like, how are we going to find another one that's that good?
I don't know.
Thank you so much for joining us again this week. Say your line.
Yeah, I just blanked for some reason. I was going to say, love y'all. Which I don't think we ever said that, have we?
Oh, well, we do love
y'all. We do love y'all. Thanks for the interaction. And we'll be in your ears next week.